How are you feeling, Obi?
I am feeling excited.
Okay. For the people who are watching this, maybe from your school and maybe who don't know you, how would you want to introduce yourself?
I would like to introduce myself by my name, my age, the one word that describes me, my hobbies.
Can you start doing that? Can you please just introduce yourself to the people who don't know you?
Yes.
Okay, please.
My name is Ovi Pravin Dongre. I study in class 3rd B. My school is DPS Lava Nagpur, and and my hobbies are painting, reading, and sometimes I like to spend time with my family while playing games with them.
Right. What is the one word that describes you?
One word that describes me is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
What? Can you say that again? Can you say that again?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Okay, I don't know what that means, so you're gonna have to educate me a little bit. What does that word mean, Obi?
It means extraordinary, or like you are feeling excited about something.
Wow. So instead of learning the word extraordinary, how did you end up finding this really big word? Who taught you this word?
My mother
Your mother
only.
taught you this word? And did you read about it in the dictionary?
It wasn't given in any of the
It
dictionaries.
wasn't given in any of the dictionary, and you
Nope.
know that word. That's so good. Do you know the spelling of that word? Can you spell that for us?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
My God. You know what? Listened to you speaking that word three times, and I still can't remember what does it sound like. So maybe I'm getting dumb, or maybe you're just way too much smarter than me. So tell me, what does a normal day look like for you? When do you wake up? When do you go to school? What do you do in school? What do you do when you come back? What is a normal day? How does it look like?
School days.
Yeah.
Well, mostly I wake up at 6 o'clock or 6:50. I get ready. I go in my van at about 7:40 or 30, and then I go to school. And when I come back, I just rest a little bit, and sometimes I read a book, or and then I and then I just my mother teaches me Olympiad since I got that, and that's like a normal day only.
What is an Olympiad? Can you
Olympiad.
explain? Yeah.
It's SOF Olympiad. Last year in second class, I won one gold medal in English, one gold medal in maths, and one gold medal in science, and a bronze medal in science.
How many medals in one Olympiad? Four medals.
In one Olympiad, I got two medals. That's science, one gold, one bronze. English Olympiad, I got gold medal, and maths Olympiad, I also got gold medal.
Wow. How does that feel when you win a medal? Does it feel good?
It feels a lot good. And there's this app called Last Kids, and I won first prize for 2 years.
So you participated on a contest and an application online.
I got the most stars. I got like about 8 or 9 lakh stars by now.
8 or 9 lakh stars. And how do you gain a star?
You just read a book, and you just listen to the book, read the book, and then answer the questions.
Wow.
For listening a book, you get 10 stars, 10 or 5 stars. For reading a book, you get 10, 20 or 10 stars.
Yeah.
And then if you do a voice recording of that book, you get 10 plus stars.
For a voice recording of like you record the whole book in your own language or in your own words.
No, not in my own words. You just
The words
read
that
the.
were written. Okay,
Yes.
wow. That's really nice. And how many
And
books have you read over there?
I can't remember. There are like about too many books that I've read.
Yeah, because for 9 lakh stars, you must have read so many books, right?
And If you answer the questions properly, you'll get about 150 stars.
Okay, for answering the questions about the book.
Yes, but if you get like about few wrong, you get 100 stars, and if you get them the correct in the next try, you get 50 stars. So that makes 150.
Right. And who taught you about this application?
We got that from school.
Okay, and can you tell me the name of that application?
It's Raz Kids
Raz Kids.
app.
Raz Kids app. Okay. Maybe I'll put the link so that other kids can also click on the link and see the Raz Kids app. Right.
We got it from school, and you also get your own ID thing. You type your password also.
Right.
You have a password for that also.
So what else do you use on your phone when you are using your phone every day? Do you have a phone, by the way?
Do you think I will have a phone at this age?
I'm gonna guess no. I mean, I wish no, but I don't know the right answer. That's why I'm asking.
I don't have a phone.
And do you have a tablet for studying?
Now I have a laptop.
You have a laptop? Okay. And do you know how to use that properly?
Yes, it was my sister's old laptop because my father gave her a new one.
Okay. And which one are you using right now? Do you know the name of the company?
Dell.
Is it a Dell laptop? Okay, that's nice. Now tell me, do you watch cartoon? Do you watch TV? What do you like watching in TV?
Well, now that both of my TVs are broken, in my house in the master bedroom, there's one TV broken, and my whole TV is also broken.
But
So
why is the TV broken?
I don't know. There's something wrong with the Wi-Fi or the internet.
Okay.
So sometimes I watch TV at my cousin's house.
Okay, and what do you like to watch?
Well, I like to watch Butterbean's Cafe and Doc McStuffins.
Dog McStuffins and then Buttermix Cafe. You know, when I was a kid, I used to watch Tom and Jerry. Have you watched Tom and Jerry?
Yeah, but now I'm gotten a little bit bored of it.
Why?
Because there are no words in it only.
You can never get bored of Tom and Jerry because it's that music.
Yeah,
It's funny.
but there are more funny stuff.
Okay. And do you watch Mr. Bean? Have you
Yeah.
watched it? Do you get bored of that as well?
No,
Mr. Bean is nice, right? Do you like the Indian cartoons which other kids watch, like Chota Bheem or those kind of cartoons? Why?
I don't like to watch Hindi stuff.
You don't like to watch Hindi stuff. Why?
I don't know. Whenever I watch a Hindi ad or Hindi movie or something, it's just not nice.
It's not nice?
No, I don't understand the thing sometimes.
Right. Okay. So tell me, if you have to become a cartoon character for one day, which cartoon character will you become?
Can it be a movie character also?
Yeah, it can be a movie character.
Well, it'll definitely be Moana because she is the epitome of the braveness.
Epitome of braveness. Nice. What does epitome mean? Do you know?
It means a perfect or great example of
Right,
that
a
thing.
great example of braveness. So you want to be Moana, the cartoon character? I think my cousin also really likes it. Can you tell me about the story? What goes on in that movie?
Well, first, when she was small, she always wanted to go inside the water, but her father and mother always saw her and pulled her back.
Okay.
Then one day she went, and one day when she was like about going for a coordination day or something, her parents saw that she wasn't there because she ran off to see her grandmother.
Okay.
And then when she became a bit older, she set sail across the island because her parents allowed her to do that. And then she saved her island.
She saved her island? Nice. Tell me.
She was known as Tautai Moana, something like that.
Okay. Like the princess or the savior of that island? Something like that. Nice. It's a really good movie to watch, I think. Tell me, what time do you go to sleep? And what time do you like to go to sleep?
What time do I go to sleep? Well, I go to sleep at around 11 or something, and at what time I like to sleep? I like to sleep at sometimes at 12 o'clock I sleep because if I can't sleep, I just read a book and then that makes me sleepy. So sometimes I read till 12 o'clock and then I get sleepy.
At 12 o'clock? And do you tell your parents also that sometimes you sleep late? or is it a secret between you and your books?
It's not secret. My mother knows at what time I sleep because even on school days, sometimes I sleep around 1 o'clock.
Around 1 o'clock on school day. But then you only get 5 hours of sleep because you have to wake up at 6 o'clock. Then does it
I
make you
get,
tired?
yeah, sometimes. Even if I sleep at 11 o'clock, I get a lot tired.
Tell me, what is your favorite breakfast?
My favorite breakfast.
Yeah.
My mother's homemade brownies with ice cream on top of it.
In breakfast,
Yeah,
brownies and ice cream, that's dessert.
my mother makes that for breakfast sometimes.
For breakfast, brownies, you must be the luckiest person I know. I can never eat like right, I'm married, so my wife would never let me eat brownie and ice cream in the morning at 7 o'clock. You must be the luckiest person.
Yeah, sometimes I also eat French fries or something.
French fries in breakfast? Come on. Okay. But then, do you play some sports or some physical activities to keep you
Before I
busy?
didn't, but nowadays since I got air inside my cycle, I start riding it at night time
Okay.
to make me sleepier.
Yeah, because if you ride the cycle, then you're tired, then you sleep in a proper time.
Yep.
So who taught you how to ride the bicycle?
My cousin brother, his name is Nab. He helps me learn it
Right. And do you cycle it without the supporting wheels or with the supporting wheels?
with the supporting wheels.
As of now. But
Yeah.
you want to take them off maybe someday?
Yeah, but that'll be when my mom comes because nobody knows how to explain that.
Yeah. Okay. It's nice, right? Elders teaching you some different stuff. Okay, now this is going to be a bit controversial question, but I need to ask, which is your favorite elder member of the family? The one who you like to spend the most time with?
My mother.
Your mother? Okay, that's very sweet. But and who's the person who scolds you the most?
Well, it's sometimes my mother only.
Your mother only?
Yes.
And you still like spending time with her? And what is the thing that she scolds you on?
Well, sometimes if I can't find stuff, I just ask again and again, and then she comes upstairs being angry for some reason,
Right.
and then she finds it for me.
Okay. It's crazy, right? When I'm looking for something and I can't find it, but my mom comes and she immediately knows where to look for that stuff and she finds it. And I'm like, why was I not able to find that thing?
I feel the same.
Right. I know. When I was talking to your parents, they told me that you've written a book. In fact, not one, but you've written 3 books.
Yeah, one I left at the school library, and I had 2 books of the same, so one I gave to the library, and one I gave to my friend, but I don't think she returned it. I think she's
Right.
still reading it.
Okay. So, can you tell me why did you get the idea or how did you get the idea of writing a book at the age of 8?
Well, technically, I didn't write it at the age of 8. I
Okay.
wrote my first ever book at the age of 6.
At the age of 6. And how much pages was in that book?
I think about around 11 or 12.
Okay. And can you tell me what the book was about?
The book, it was about a girl called Pikoo with her going to the beach with her cousin Miku and her mother. When they reached the beach, they were just playing in the water, and Pikoo heard somebody cry, "Help me!" She looked and looked, and then she found a mermaid stuck in the plastic bag. She called her cousin and her mother to help, and then she finally got the mermaid out of her bag, out of the plastic bag. Then they asked her how she got in there. She told that the humans are just eating and enjoying and throwing all the stuff inside that
Yeah.
inside the ocean. So all fishes are dying. Some of them are getting stuck in wires. Some of them are getting stuck in plastic bags and are getting stuck.
And how did you get that idea of explaining that, fishes or sea animals are getting stuck in plastic and they are suffering because of it?
In 2024, I went on a family vacation. So over there was a beach, Guhaghar. I went over there. That's our personal beach. We went over there. We were playing and playing, and then I stepped inside the plastic box and saw a dead fish
Okay.
underneath it. I asked my mother, "Why is this fish dead?" She told me that all these humans are throwing this plastic and rubbish into the water, so all these animals are getting killed.
Right. Can I see that book? Did you bring it?
Yep.
Can I just. Wow. So, guys, this is a 45-page book written by a 6-year-old girl that that explains about the plastic that goes into the oceans and troubles the sea life because of humans. I think she has more awareness and more knowledge than us who just go to the beaches and try to use it as it is our home. If you want to buy this book, you can go on the link in description. You can scan the QR code and you will directly get to see the book written by a wonderful 8-year-old author. Please go and try to have a look so that you can teach your kids also about ocean awareness and pollution awareness. Thank you. Right. And what is the other book that you wrote?
The other book that I wrote, it's the same like this, except it's about a girl called Nisarga. She had her birthday, so her mother asked her, "What type of birthday do you want?" She, like a mermaid theme or something. She said she wanted to have an eco-friendly birthday.
Right.
So they both sat inside. So they both sat under a peepal tree and started making their invitations with that.
Okay.
And at school, Nisarga gave them to her friends, and they all said that, "Wow, Nisarga, this is such a lovely invitation. We can't wait to come to your eco-friendly birthday party." And when they were there, everybody did not use that all plastic wrapper as it was written in the invitation. Don't use plastic wrapper for the gifts. Yeah. And Nisarga was so happy to see that they followed the rule, and they just had a lovely day. They started singing songs. Dancing while singing and everything. And at the end, Nisarga gave them these plants for return gifts, and there was the same note on each of them that said that, take care of me and I will grow along with you. So yep, that was all about the book.
That's a really good story. How do you come up with this idea? Like when you are starting to write a book, do you write it on pen and paper or do you write it on a computer? And what is the first line that you write? What comes in your mind when you start to write a book?
Whenever I start to write a book, I always add realistic fiction inside it. Or that, like, there's a girl in their girl boyfriends.
So, do some of your book characters, are they inspired by your friends? Do you think of your friends when you're writing down the names of the characters?
Yeah.
Like you said Pikoo, right? That was one character, and Miku. So who were you thinking about when you were naming the character?
Well, I have two of very best friends that I will never forget their names. I thought about Ridhima. She was my KG2 friend, and we still are friends even though we're in different schools.
Right.
And one girl called Netra. She is very funny and nice. If I feel bad or something, she just makes me feel better. She tells a lot of jokes also.
Right. So tell me, when your friends read what you have written, what do they tell you? Like, are they impressed? Do they like what you have written? And do they like reading your books?
They like reading my books a lot, but they sometimes say that this is such a nice book. I wish I could be an author like you someday.
Right.
There are a few other kids who are authors, and they're like my classmates and sometimes friends also.
So do you guys have this competition that who can write the most books or the fastest book, or you just discuss it?
I don't even have their numbers. So
why? Oh, not about the numbers, but when you are in the school, do you guys discuss of writing a book together sometimes?
Mm-mm.
Why?
I don't know. I just like to write my book alone, being a nice author.
Right.
There's another OV. She also wrote a book.
Okay.
I don't know the title of the book, but I know that she wrote a book also.
But that's nice, right? When you talk to when you know that other people are also writing books and you are also writing. Maybe if you read somebody else's book, you can get a new idea of writing your next book, something like that.
I already know what my next book is going to
You
be.
already know. That's so great. Like you've written 3 books and you already know what the fourth's gonna be. Could you tell me about it?
Yeah, it'll be like there's a like about some friends. They're like going to space and they are being and they're being friends with an alien,
Okay.
and they like just have a lot of mystery and fun. They solve stuff, riddles,
Right.
like that.
This could be a really good cartoon as well, if you write more stories, because the friends and the aliens, they can go to different planets and do different adventures, and you can just develop the story from that point. How many planets can you name?
I can name all 8 planets.
Do you want to name them in the order from which they are located, like as near to the sun and then the farthest?
Yeah.
Do you want to try? Okay.
There's Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
And what about Pluto?
Pluto's not a planet anymore. It's a dwarf planet.
But why was it a planet before?
Because they thought that it was a planet, but then they discovered that Pluto can't clear its surroundings. So
Right.
it's known as a dwarf planet.
Right.
There are other more dwarf planets. There's Pluto, Sirius, Makemake, Haumea, and Eris.
Do you know which galaxy we are in?
Milky Way.
And then how many galaxies are there? Do you read about that stuff?
Sometimes.
But do you like the space exploration? Because you said you are good in science as well. Do you like the space exploration part?
I read a lot. I read a few space books, but mostly I read adventure books because I like adventure books.
What adventure do you personally want to go on? Like on a summer vacation, if you have to go somewhere, where would you want to go?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that now. I'm like, I want to just clean the beach or something when I go next time.
Wow, that's so sweet. When I was 8 years old, the idea of going to a beach to clean it, it never came across my mind. So it's kind of good that you think like that, and then you want to have a cleaner beach when you go on a holiday. Because you will not only be cleaning it for you, you'll be also cleaning it for other people who come there, and the fishes would also be safe. It's a really great idea to think about.
I got that idea as soon as I finished my all 3 books.
Yeah.
All these 3 books. There's one more book I left at school.
You left at the school, right? Did you give it to a friend, you told me?
Yeah, I think she's still reading it or something.
Right. How much time does it take for you to finish reading a book? Like if it's a 100-page book, how much time does it take for you to read it from start to end?
One day.
1 day, 100 pages. Wow.
I can even read 346 pages in one day or something.
346, that's your maximum?
There's 146 also.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
346 pages in 1 day. And what was the book about?
It's Ninja Kid 5. It's about a kid called. About a kid. I don't remember his name.
Okay.
He has his cousin, and they both just like pretend to be ninja kids. So when they are pretending to be like that, their friends say that you haven't seen the ninja kids, and then they just get a little bit sheepish and tell them that okay, we missed them again.
Right. It's a nice book.
So their grandmother, who can make anything, made clones for them so that they can say ninja kid, and
Right.
that.
Tell me, what is the one rule in your house made by your mom or dad which you absolutely don't like?
There's one dining rule in my house that our whole plate has to be clean, but sometimes I don't finish the sabji, so my mother doesn't need to finish it, but I don't. I only like to eat fried potato sabji the most.
Fried potato sabji the most. I think as a kid I would agree with you that fried potatoes are the tastiest.
Yeah.
But then what other sabjis does your mom make you eat?
Well, she makes me dal and gravy potato sabji, egg curry, stuff like that.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what if you are not able to clean your plate? What does your mom tell you then?
She doesn't say anything. She just says that next time make sure that everything's finished.
Yeah, it's correct.
I also finish my plate whenever there's mango juice because you can drink and eat mango juice.
You can drink it, yeah. Right. Okay. Now, do you want to play some games so that we can have a little bit fun and then we'll call your friends over for the next segment?
Okay.
Okay. Right. So it's a little game that I've prepared. It's called Would You Rather. The meaning of the game is that I'll give you two scenarios or three scenarios, and you have to choose that would you rather choose scenario one or rather choose scenario two. Okay?
Like if you ask a question and that word we have to say that word, I would rather, and whatever
Yes,
that word is.
exactly. So I'll give you an example, right? So would you rather go to Mumbai or go to Delhi?
I would rather go to Mumbai.
Right. And what is the reason?
I've never been to Mumbai, and if there's any garbage, I like to clean it.
On the beach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you, there's a lots of garbage in the beaches of Mumbai. Maybe some people who listen to this episode, they can help us clean the beaches, right? Right. Okay. So I'll ask you four questions where you have to answer real fast without thinking.
Oh my gosh.
Okay?
Okay.
But it's not a test, so
Yeah.
you don't need to get stressed about it, okay? And I know you don't get stressed with tests because you're a gold medalist, right? So would you rather no homework forever or unlimited ice cream forever?
I'd rather have unlimited ice cream forever.
So you're fine with the homework? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because that means you can eat as many ice cream as you want, but you're going to have to do tons of homework.
I don't care about homework. Our teachers give us less homework sometimes, so I don't mind.
Okay. So would you rather fly or be invisible?
I would rather be invisible because I would like to prank my sister and make her get scared for the first time when she's 14 years old. And I like to prank my teacher. Like I'll just get into the classroom, she'll call out my name for the attendance. Some kids might say absent, but I'll
But you
just
don't
say
want to
present.
fly like Superman or Wonder Woman flying on the top of skies? You wouldn't prefer that?
No.
What if you could do both? You could fly and be invisible.
Oh yeah, that could also be something.
Right.
Like if I could fly over the beach and see where there's garbage.
Right, and then you can go and try to clean it, or maybe just prank on the people who are making the beaches dirty.
Yeah.
Right, that's a good idea.
And
Now-
then I'll give them a good reason why they don't have to.
Yes, but you'll be invisible, so they won't be able to hear you.
Then I'll just take off my invisible coat.
Okay, so you want preference, like when you want to be invisible, you can, and then you want to be just visible, you can remove, like a Harry Potter coat. Have you watched Harry Potter?
Yeah, but sometimes my parents don't allow me because it's scary.
Yeah, it's a bit scary. Yeah,
I also
maybe
get
in couple
scared.
years when you are 14, like 13 or 14, then you can watch. Okay, would you rather summer vacation all year or read your favorite subject all day?
I would rather read my favorite subject all day.
Come on, you don't want a whole year of vacation?
Nah, it kind of get boring at home.
It gets boring at home.
Yeah.
So you like school days more? Okay. Now, would you rather fix one problem in your school or one problem in your city?
My school is like a very nice school, but there's one huge, enormous problem in our city. There's so much litter and garbage everywhere that I can't manage anything. Even if I close the window, there are some doors that don't have any windows to close and open.
Right.
So the smell keeps on coming in and out.
Right. I understand that. If you have to ask me a question, what would be that question?
I can't think of any
You
question.
can't think of any question? Okay. Tell me, how many languages do you speak?
How many languages do I speak?
Yeah.
Well, sometimes whenever there's a school assembly going on, I have to say a Sanskrit prayer. So
You say Sanskrit prayer?
Yeah.
Do you remember that prayer? Like, have you learned it?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you say that prayer in Sanskrit?
Well, I can't remember the whole prayer. I don't know how many times you have to say that.
Okay.
So it's like Om Bhur Bhuha Swara Tasya Vitur Varenyam.
Yeah.
That.
Bhargo devasya dhimahi diyo yo nah prachodayat.
Yep. I think we have to say it about 4 or 5 times. I just can't remember how
I think
many.
if you just look up the meaning of that shlok in English, then it would make it easier for you to understand back in Sanskrit. That's how it works. So if the language that you understand the most is English, and then you can translate any language to English, then you can understand that language as well. It really works because in India we speak so many languages. So if you go to Delhi, it's a different language. Mumbai is a different language. Kerala is a different language. But you can
Bangalore is also different.
right. So you can translate all of that back into your preferred language, and then you will understand what they are saying. But it will need some practice over the years, right?
Yeah.
You do know how many languages I can speak?
No.
Do you wanna guess? Just take a number.
10?
Not 10. 10 is too much. 10 languages are too much.
5.
5, yes. So I'll tell you. I can speak Hindi. I can speak Marathi. I can speak English. I'm from Rajasthan, so I can speak Marwadi. And my wife is a Sikh, so I can speak Punjabi as well. So 5. 5 I can speak fluently, but then there are some other languages which I can understand what they're saying, like in Gujarati or something, but I don't know the whole grammar of it. But that's something. Yeah. So good guess. 5 is a really good guess. Right. We'll play one more game and then we'll call over your friend, right? Now I will start a sentence and you will have to finish it. Okay? The first sentence. The best thing about being a kid is.
The best thing about being a kid is that you get forgiven easily.
You get?
Forgiven
You
easily.
get forgiven easily. That's so sweet. Because adults, they don't get forgiven easily. You have to work really hard for somebody to forgive you, right? If I were the prime minister for one day, I would
make sure that nobody throws garbage anywhere.
Right. That's a really great thought. Maybe the current prime minister also should do that. Make India more cleaner. The one thing I wish grown-ups understood is
that sometimes whenever they scold us, they don't know how bad we feel as kids.
Can you please tell that one more time?
The one thing I wish grown-ups understand is how hard it is when they scold us. Sometimes I have to hold my tears when my mother says not to cry.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet.
So sometimes I go in my room, lock the door, and just read a book with some of my stuffed toys.
Yeah, it makes you upset sometimes. But do you think they are right in scolding you sometimes for some of the things that you must have done? Right. It's a balance, right? Sometimes maybe you're not understanding your mom properly. Sometimes your mom is not understanding you, but that's how it works. It's a partnership. The both of you try to work out a solution, right? So, if Nagpur could change one thing about itself, it would be
its name.
Its name? You want to change the name of the city?
Yeah, it could be like Orange City or something because oranges are famous for this country.
Yeah, oranges are famous. But do you think that Nagpur should change the name to Orange City? Do you know why it is called Nagpur?
Because they think that there are no snakes.
No. So there is this river. It's called the Nag River. And then various societies, maybe 400 years ago, they used to worship snakes over here as their god. And then they used to reside around that river. So when you form a city around that river, it becomes the name. So Nagpur. That's how the name came. But now that river, it's in a very bad condition. So
because of all the garbage.
Because of all the garbage, yes. It's because of all the adults and who throw the garbage and the people who are
some
not
people
cleaning.
put saris inside it.
It's saris, I know. Some people throw like plastic bottles. Some people throw their home dustbins in the river, and it has made the river. It's no longer being called a river. People call it like nala. So it's no longer a river. It's just some place with smelly water comes in. That's a very sad thing. Maybe if you roam around the city with your parents, you can get ideas on how to clean the city or how to clean the Nag River, because we are named after that river, right? Okay. My superpower would be.
Well, my superpower would be that if I had a magic wand, I could just like banish all the garbage wherever I see it.
Right. And you would use it to?
I would use that
to clean the country,
yeah.
like using your wand. What would be your enchantment? Because if you have a wand, you have to have an enchantment, right?
So that chant.
Right, the chant would be
abracadabra, vanish this thing and make the city clean again.
Right.
Something
Abracadabra,
like that.
vanish this thing, make the city clean. That's a really good chant. But like if I was in your place, my chant would be clean it. And then shorter, so that I could use it a lot of times. Because if you say the whole thing every time, you get tired after 10 times, and you'll be like, why am I speaking this 10 times, right?
I'll add some short forms in it also.
Right. And now the last part. The best thing about writing your own book is
that you get to add your own imaginations and just add your own stuff, like how I wrote my books. I have my own imagination about all this. Like, you can see what's happening outside the place, and then you can just imagine something up about that and write it.
Right. Now, if you have to give one advice to all the people who are watching this episode, what would be that one advice?
That people shouldn't just throw garbage anywhere they see it. They should like just keep it with them, and when they reach home they should throw it in the dustbin. Some people at my school, they just miss the dustbin and throw the garbage on the floor, and they just never, and then just say never mind in their head and go back to their seat.
Right.
But if I do it, if some of my garbage goes on the floor, I'd pick it up and throw it back inside the dustbin in the proper place.
Right. So tell me, if your elder sister is watching this episode, do you want to look at the camera and give her some advice which you can't give her face to face?
Well,
For this
I
one, you
can-
can look at the camera because you're giving her advice.
I can give her advice face to face also.
Okay. Thank you so much for being on the episode. And now we are going to have the second segment out with your friends. Okay? Thank you.